In this module, we will study the distinguishing feature of phylum Mollusca. Mollusks are triploblastic and they have coelomates and they exhibit mostly bilateral symmetry. About their habitat, there are examples which are inhabitant of freshwater, and most of the species are marine in habitat, while there are some examples like snails and slugs which are terrestrial or they inhabit a land environment. They range in size from microscopic to huge giant squids. And their body consists of a shell, and the body is inside the shell, the lower body is unsegmented and it is soft. And the body consists of head, and then there is ventral muscular foot, and then there is dorsal visceral mass, or most of the internal organs are present, and then there is layer above this visceral mass, the mantle, and mantle form the shell, and in some species the gills are present too. And then we can see that the mouth of certain mollusks consists of tongue-like structure which is called as a radula, and it is actually used for feeding. The other body parts consist of a digestive system which is made up of gut. इस gut के two openings हैं, one is mouth and the other one is anus. It consists of different parts like stomach and intestine here, as we can see, and then there is excretory system which is composed of nephridium. We can see here the circulatory system which is closed in this case of mollusca, and then we can observe that the about respiration which takes place by gills in aquatic species, or terrestrial species में जो mantle है, it forms the lungs. Then about nervous system, it consists of 3 pairs of interconnected ganglia and or nerve cords which are present in the head, foot and body region. And about the reproductive system, sexes are mostly separate. We can see here the presence of gonads, and the trochophore larvae develop during embryonic development. And we can see here the locomotion take place with the help of this muscular foot which is present on lower surface of the body, while some species are sessile, that is they cannot even move. And about the classification of mollusca, it is divided into 3 major classes. Number 1 is class Gastropoda, and they are actually asymmetrical, and they are aquatic and terrestrial as well as terrestrial in habitat. And we can see here the example of snails and slugs, and about their body plane, it is covered with one-piece shell. We can see here in the example of a snail here, and they have aquatic species have gills, while in case of terrestrial species they have lungs in them. We can see the body structure of these gastropod here. The gills are present here, and then there is other class which is class bivalva, and they are bilaterally symmetrical and they are mostly aquatic in habitat. And about their body plan, we can see here the plate-like gills are present, and the example is that of a mussel, and we can see here it is comprises of 2 shells. That is why they are known as bivalva. The next class is that of cephalopoda, and they are bilaterally symmetrical and they are aquatic in habitat. We can see here the body plan, and their shell is reduced form, and they are a highly developed and active species. Example is that of octopus and squids. Mollusks are economically very important, and they cause beneficial effects as well as harmful effects. For example, they cause damage to ship wood, and for example, the species of teredo causes the damage to the wood of the ship, and then the snails and slugs, they cause injuries to the garden, and उसमें उसकी grass को ये destroy करते हैं. And many species are used as food, for example, mussel species. And then they are also used in button industry, for example, the shells of mussels. And also the shells are used as ornaments, and they are also used in construction of roads.